AionFLX membrane has three major benefits in comparison to commercial AEM which are on the market right now. The first one is definitely that we have a process where we produce at the same time the polymer for the membrane as well as the polymer for the catalyst binder or ionomer. So this reduces the cost of production and also increase the scalability possibilities. Another advantage in comparison to commercial polymers is that it has ionic channels which increase the conductivity of the polymer, making it really suitable for low concentration KOH as we have in the HYScale project. And finally, it's completely free from PFAS. So PFAS are forever chemicals, and this gives us a really good advantage in terms of environmental and regulatory landscape. So overall, it's really well performing and above what is commercially available right now. So it's membrane designed for the future of AEM electrolysis. We are now having the possibility to produce over 1,000 square centimeter of membrane, AionFLX membrane, using a sheet-to-sheet process or semi-automated process, and that's a really big step for us and for the project. So these membranes have been tested in a 6 kilowatt short stack, and will be later on tested also in the 100 kilowatt demonstrator. So that shows how confident we are with our product. The most important point is that we observe similar performance in the 6 kilowatt short stack as we have in the single cell that we tested in the past. So overall, we have upscaled the production of our membrane to a point that we can produce large quantity. In other AEM technology companies, the membrane is sometimes the bottleneck because upscaling it is complicated. But in our case, it's not anymore the bottleneck, and we can move to a larger scale. Upscaling the membrane casting procedure is always raising challenges. Going from single cell testing, so small area, to large area casting is raising problems if not controlled. So small impurities can cause problems in mechanical performance of the membrane and even electrochemical performance. One of the key aspects is drying and the type of solvents that are used during the process. So we had to really work through our process to make it suitable for large scale and for the 100 kilowatt stack production. We didn't want to just do it 1 or 2 times as a reproducibility test. We want to have a process that is scalable and really robust. So we achieved high reproducibility right now in production of the membrane, and we're really confident that we can move to the next step to produce enough membranes for the 100 kilowatts that will also demonstrate possibility for megawatt production. What is important with catalyst-coated substrates production is that if we want any green hydrogen production or electrolysis system to be affordable and cost-efficient to replace actually fossil fuel, we need to bring the cost down of the electrolyzer. And based on our experience, catalyst-coated substrates are the best choice in comparison to catalyst-coated membrane. So with the CCS approach, we are less prone to errors, and we can produce CCS which has less waste in comparison to CCM. So we are now really confident that with our CCS approach we can scale up the technology much faster, also in comparison to PEM technology, which is at this moment more advanced. And that would prove that we can go for megawatt scale in a short time with this young AEM technology.
We're trying to develop the design of a big stack that is 100 kilowatts of energy. On the one hand, we had to develop all the functional components within the small stack to be able to scale it up. And on the other hand, we had to design the stack, and now from the system level, so how all of the components come in play together, the ceilings, the electrolyte flow, and most importantly, we're asking the question, how do we put all the cells together that we assure that they're aligned and reproducible for the whole stack build. So whilst the first focus of the tasks were related to how do we reach the KPIs of the HYScale project, which is we want to achieve 2 amps per square centimeter at 2 volts. We're developing the functional components and operating parameters. And on the other hand, we're shifting the focus for the system level. So we're asking the questions, how will this scale? How do we put all the cells together? And most importantly, will the stack is going to be manufacturable in a manner that we can automatize it and build it on a bigger scale. To give you one example, how all this design thinking came into play within our project. Early on, we asked the question, how are we going to manage to put all the cells together so that they keep on staying aligned within the stack? And one of the bottlenecks that we discussed was the membrane swelling. The cost effectiveness is a big topic within the HYScale project. We have to stay cost effective to be competitive. In the landscape of water electrolysis technologies, the ion exchange membrane water electrolysis is a great forerunner because it allows good performance at a low capex, so the HYScale stack will harness the cost effectiveness in a way that supports sustainability and scalability, and hopefully introducing something new for the technology. We expect a lot of performance and durability improvements throughout the design. On the one hand, I'm personally involved in developing different elastic materials within the stack assembly so that it will allow for mechanical and thermal and pressure evening out compliance. Other of our colleagues are developing novel compaction mechanisms for the stack, and this will also allow for dynamic responses for the pressure and thermal changes from the stack. Together with those innovations and many more, we're hoping to deliver performance boost, durability improvement, and hopefully deliver manufacturability and scale up for the stack.